your South Node in Cancer. What that tells me is that generally when there's a problem, you tend to want to get in your feelings. You tend to want to get moody. You tend to want to get irrational. You tend to want to do the emotionally immature thing, which is if I'm upset, I'm just going to let it all hang out. If I feel I've been treated unfairly, I'm just going to have a temper tantrum. I'm just going to manipulate people and emotions to get my needs met. I'm just going to be needy and insecure, which is what it looks like when we're working that in a negative, right? In the positive, though, it's emotional awareness, right? Cancer in the positive is emotional awareness and also emotional control. I am aware of my feelings, but because I am a cardinal sign, because Cancer is a leader like Capricorn, because I am a leader, I understand that leaders have to have temperance. And temperance is about self-control. So I know that I am upset about this and it's bothering me, and I'm going to address it. And I'm going to do it in the most mature way possible, as opposed to doing it like a child. And what do children do when they're upset? They have a temper tantrum. What do adults do when they're upset? They process their emotion, they process their thoughts, and then they express themselves in a mature way to get to a resolution about their problem. So when you are North Node Capricorn, you're here to learn how to be an adult, how to be mature about your feelings. Because believe it or not, your feelings are not the end all be all. And just because you feel something doesn't necessarily mean that it is the ultimate truth. It's what you feel. But if you and I are in partnership, that may not be what I feel, right? And your inability to see that your feelings are not my feelings, or your inability to see that your feelings are not the entire story, really limits your ability to lead the people, because you're so focused on your temper tantrum and the ways in which you are not being catered to and the ways in which your feelings are not being valued. Oh, you happen to be an Aries moon as well? Oh, yikes. Lisa, this is, yikes. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to work on that, because Aries moon by itself already feels like a setup. So then when you add to that, Cancer, South Node, then, the universe is saying, I really need you to get out of your feelings. So basically, long story short, it's not about you. Everything isn't about you and your feelings. Yes, your feelings are valid, but they're just yours. They're not everyone else's. And you need to give other people a chance to feel what they feel, and you need to get out of other people's feelings. You're not responsible for my feelings. I'm not responsible for your feelings. So if I was working with you privately, the first thing I would want to work on, with you not telling me anything, if you just tell me that you have North Node in Capricorn, Capricorn second house, and you have your moon in Aries, I would immediately start working with you on boundaries. Immediately. Because I already know you don't have any. And if you have some, they're poor. I'm willing to put money on it. Because this is somebody that does not know how to control their emotions, and somebody that explodes at the littlest things. And they wonder why their relationships are not deeper. It's because you scare people. That's why. Because they don't know what they're going to get out of you. Because you act like your feelings are the only things that matter in the world. And it's exhausting to be in that kind of energy around somebody that has so many emotions, that uses them to manipulate others, and who has very little self-control. It's not very cute when you're a grown-up. It's cute when you're a toddler. When you get to be a grown woman, it's not very attractive. So I would want that person to master how they manage their feelings. Now, it's not about denying our emotions. Capricorn North Node isn't about denying your emotions. Capricorn is a sister sign of Cancer. Remember that. Capricorn is stoic. Cancer is expressive of their feelings. So you're here to turn down the performative emotional expression and to turn up the emotional expression that actually leads you to the outcome that you want. If you're trying to accomplish something, how do you use your feelings to do that? As opposed to using your feelings to tear down what you're building, which is very common with Aries moon. They have no foresight whatsoever into how their tantrums affect their relationships. They have no self control. They have no sense of personal responsibility. Like, I'm going to be an adult about this. I feel embarrassed. This thing that has happened makes me feel embarrassed. It makes me feel ashamed. It makes me feel out of control. It's made me feel humiliated. It's made me feel emotionally depleted. I'm going to sit with that and investigate what that's really about. I'm going to soothe that, that child that needs healing, which is what Aries moon is acting out of. It's that angry, hurt child. So Capricorn can heal that child, acknowledge that child's hurt, get her together and say, okay, now that we've gotten the tears out, we know why we feel that way. We know where the feelings are coming from. Let's address the issue. What are we trying to accomplish here? What are the pieces of this mess, this emotional mess, do I need to push forward to meet my goals? These people will continue to undermine their progress in life until they've learned that their feelings are not the end all be all. And their inability to make room for other people's feelings in partnership is going to continue to get in the way of them having healthy and stable relationships with others. So if I was working with you privately, that's where I would go. Someone said have it, you see control now. I'm not sure what that means. I think there's a typo in there. Lisa, I think there's a typo in there, so I can understand what you're saying. But yeah, so that's basically like the dichotomy between like North Node and South Node. So South Node is what I have too much of, and North Node is what I'm here to work on. It's all about minimizing what we have too much of and increasing our ability to develop new skills. Capricorn is very stoic. Capricorn is very responsible. Capricorn does not compromise, their future success for the fun in the now. Capricorn will deny themselves in the now for their future success. The negative of Capricorn's energy is that they will deny the emotions. And evolved Capricorn will not deny the emotions. They would just choose a mature way to express the feelings. An immature Cancer doesn't even think about the best way to express the feelings. They just blow up. Aries moon just blows up. Capricorn chooses. An adult has a choice. A child does not, because a child's brain is still growing. A child has not yet learned emotional regulation. When you get to be a full-blown adult, you should have already learned how to emotionally regulate yourself. And if you don't know how to, that's what you're here to do. You can be a mess by yourself and choose the adult response when you're dealing with other people. That is the gift of Capricorn that you're here to embody. Good question. Thank you for that question. Lisa said, my feelings don't control me anymore. I control them because of all the work I've done on myself. Beautiful. Very good. I love to see that. That is basically it. If you can learn to master that part of you, the sky's the limit for you. The sky's the limit, truly. Because getting in alignment, the more we get in alignment, the closer we get to manifesting. Maybe you and I can be friends because we're both working on the opposite. I actually have South Node Capricorn, so I have an overabundance of Capricorn energy, and that's why the Capricorn content that I make really resonates with, you guys who are Capricorn is because I'm a Capricorn stellium and my South Node is in Capricorn. So Capricorn energy comes naturally to me. It's easy for me. It's easy for me to be the adult. It's easy for me to be the responsible one. It's easy for me to do the right thing. It's easy for me to stay in my lane. It's easy for me to mind my business. It's easy for me to, not get involved with wasteful, petty things that don't serve me. It's easy for me to put my feelings to the side to focus on what the productive thing is here that we need to do. And I know that doesn't come naturally to everyone, but it comes naturally to me because of all this Capricorn energy in my chart. But what I'm here to learn in this life is to not always be the adult, meaning to actually acknowledge my feelings and let them come out, however they come out. And sometimes, feelings come out like a 2-year-old. I'm not used to that. I'm used to suppressing my feelings to be the adult, to be level-headed, to be cool, to be decisive, to be mature. And a lot of people I know are not like this, but that's how I was made. So for me, the challenge is actually expressing my feelings in their raw format, like giving in to them. Like if I'm upset, just fully giving in to them and not really thinking about doing it the right way or doing it the mature way or doing it the responsible way, just feeling them and letting it out and like letting the pieces fall wherever they may, and just trusting that what I feel is really what's true for me in that moment and owning it. That's what I'm working on in this lifetime. So Capricorn energy, easy. Being able to accomplish a goal, I've been doing that my whole life. I could build a business in my sleep. I could come up with a business plan in my sleep and implement it. That's nothing. But getting in my feelings and feeling them and actually emoting in the moment, but not later, that's hard for me. Very hard. So one of the things that I recommend is, with regards to your North Node and South Node, is to try to surround yourself with energies of your North Node. Like as an example, if you know what your North Node is, like try dating people who have your North Node at their sun or at their moon. Those are always good pairing, or people, because those people are going to help you naturally get into spiritual alignment because your path and their path are going in the same direction, especially your North Node and Sun. Try it. If you've never done it, I guarantee you it's going to change your life. Thank you, Vered. Thanks for joining. And thanks to all of you who are tapping on the screen so the likes can go up. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all of you who are my subscriber. I just got one more. Thank you so much. Let me see. I didn't ring the bell for you, so I want to go back and make sure I noticed that fully and took it in. Someone said, you're cool. What's your sign? I'm a Sagittarius. And thank you for saying that I'm cool. You are too. We're all cool. We're all here to be the coolest version of ourselves. Nobody is more cool than anyone else. We're all cool in our own very special way. And that's the beauty of being a human. Because there's nobody like us. Oh, thank you so much for complimenting me on my eyes, Tracy. I appreciate it. Let's see. Someone said, spot on. Thank you for all you do. Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. This is my spiritual calling, so I enjoy it. I very much so feel that I am in alignment when I'm talking about this publicly. Someone said they're a Scorpio. Well, hi, Scorpio. Someone said they're spiritual and they work on their feelings. Oh, that was Lisa. Very good. All right, let me see. Let's see. North Noding Capricorn. Yeah, that's what I just talked about. So I just got a subscriber, but I'm not able to see your name. Let me see if I can find ya, because I definitely want to celebrate you. Oh, it's Fari. Thank you for subbing. Thank you so much for being my subscriber, Fari. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being my newest subscriber. Thank you. And those of you who are considering subscribing to me, I would love it if you did. It's one of the ways that you get to control some of the content that I create. You can go under my community benefits to see some of the things that I offer, which is basically an opportunity for you to, follow my account and then I follow you back. You can message me about topics that you want me to make videos about. You can direct message me. I'm going to prioritize replying to you as a subscriber. Also, comment response are a priority for me when you're a subscriber, as well as shout outs. Like saying your name, shouting you out when I'm making video responses or shouting you out on the live. It's a good way to develop more of an intimate relationship with you guys, those of you who are my subscribers. So thank you.